interesting to see how he does up against Steven, who's come along pretty nicely. And as you said with SuperSonic, yes, one of the front runners in the Mario Warpless tournament that's also going on at the moment. Yep, and let's see, I think we're about to be off.
Yep. All 4 runners starting off as usual, grabbing the wood sword.
Yeah, you definitely need that.
Well, unless you're doing a swordless run. But right away you'll see a route divergence in the AngryLarry, SuperSonic, and Dan H all choosing to go 2 first, which is a slightly slower but a safer route. Steven going for the 3 first route. Steven, as you said, an experienced runner at the top of his game. Lots of things can go wrong on 3 first. Steven is familiar with the backup routes, so we'll see how he does with that.
And Steven grinded low percent for a while, so he's he's a lot better at taking damage, and he does get the random bomb drop from the first Dark Nut, so he's in excellent shape as everybody else is making their way to level 2.
Yeah, these routes will you may see some variations on their routes. They will converge by level 7. They will all be on the same path.
Yeah, yeah. It's let's see what Steven does in this first Dark Nut room.
Steven down to 0 bombs. That's a little bit of a problem.
So what he'll probably end up doing is killing the remaining 2 Dark Nuts. But if he places cards right, he killed that key, so that's 10 and 11 on his consecutive. He can get a 5 rupee and the room drop as well.
The other runners making their way through level 2.
Yeah, 2 is there's a lot of the Grias can deal 1 damage a pop, but other than that, that's really the only threat of doing 2 first. You can avoid them after reading them, a bit, but other than that, they're doing 2 first to get their health up a bit, and also to get possibly the white sword, which is always an option on this route, and it's not too far out of the way.
All the 2 first runners staying pretty close to the same room with each other. As Steven does clear out that last Dark Nut for that static room drop. And yeah, he's up to... He got a couple of bomb drops as he...
Yeah, he took the top route.
Oh, I was watching the other runners, yeah. So he's heading into Manhandle with 6 bombs. And this is...
Oh boy.
Ooh, clutch. 3 bombs, and he took out Manhandle. That is the scary part at the beginning of that 3 first round. It's a very risky fight at the beginning of it. So Manhandle does what Manhandle wants to do, and Steven handled it nicely.
Yep, now the other AngryLarry, SuperSonic, you'll see them both heading out of 2 at the moment. They're working their way to get some money, as with Dan, that's a key part of this route, is getting money early.
Yeah, well, there are a few ways to do 2 first. I think my guess is AngryLarry will do a blue ring route. I'm not sure about the other runners. We'll be able to tell by which money secrets they collected. Looks like
looks like Dan is just going to make his way to the white sword, and he's not going to get that secret up there, because usually on the blue ring you would go ahead and get that secret now, right?
Yeah, and you can see AngryLarry doing that now, getting that 100 secret. What he'll need to buy a candle and then collect some more money to get that blue ring by the end of level 3. But looks like SuperSonic and Dan H probably both running green tunic routes, so they're just collecting the money they need to buy the meat and arrows later in the run.
Yeah, Dan needs to watch out on his health, because the rules in this tournament, if you die in the overworld, you have to return to that screen immediately before you do anything else. So yeah, it's a really big time loss.
Yeah, that white sword screen is the worst place. And this is any percent no Up+A. Up+A is a functions like an instant death warp if you hit Up+A on the second controller while on the menu screen. So we have to have rules to discourage time-saving death warps, and having to return immediately on the overworld makes the white sword screen especially risky under tournament rules. Both SuperSonic and DanH clear it well. AngryLarry heading there now. Steven through the breakfast room in level 4. And
yeah, he's going to execute a little ladder clip here to cut off some backtracking, and we'll see how well he does it. He's having a little issue getting it set up. That should be the right pixel. He's got it. If he waits, there you go.
Yeah, I think he was waiting just so he didn't face plant into those gels, but he's heading up to collect the error key. As you see him killing these gels and keys, that'll set up a count, and he'll come in and bomb these vires from the top, and hopefully get his force bomb drop.
And he did.
Yeah. On the 2-first route, that key may or may not be included. We'll see what our runners do.
Now this Gleeok fight, 16 hits, 10 on the first head and 6 on the second. Don't matter which head you hit first. But if you can avoid the fireballs, it'd be great. I'll tell you what, that's an excellent Gleeok fight for Steven.
Absolutely beautiful. Damageless. Wood sword, no problem. DanH and SuperSonic heading into grab the bow just within a room of each other. AngryLarry a little behind because he had to collect that blue ring money.
Yep, and Sonic having a little issue with the block clip, but he finally nailed it. I'm glad to see Sonic in this coming over for Mario. It's really fun to see get runners from other games coming in.
And Steven now heading into level 1. We have all our runners in level 1, but of course Steven has a pretty sizable lead now because he's gotten 2 Triforce pieces already. The other runners have gotten 1.
Oh, Dan gets Lord Banana. We have a banana sighting.
Interesting. Yeah, that the boomerang usually skipped, but opting to pick it up. We'll see if he ends up using it or just menuing past it. When I was first starting out running this game, I found the boomerang useful in a couple of places, but mostly it slows you down once you know what you're doing.
Yeah, it's used a lot in rando, especially early if you get it, but in vanilla, it's Greenleaf, but it's pretty much a pointless item.
Yeah.
So Steven has a really good rupee and bomb count in level 1. He wants to have 30 rupees leaving level 1. He's sitting at 28 and 8.
Yeah, Steven did say before the race that he would expect to do double hundo, but with these counts, he's probably going to go to the true world record route, assuming he gets a couple more rupees.
Oh yeah, I figure he should. Getting 2 rupees isn't that bad. There's a lot of enemies on the way, and I'm not sure if he's watching his opponents or not, but if he is, he knows he can afford to go ahead and do that.
Mm.
Yeah. So Dan and Sonic, they're making their way to level 3 now, and their screen scrolling's pretty on point. It's a difficult trick, but they're doing it well.
Yeah, that screen scroll is a pixel perfect, frame perfect trick, at least on the right side. You just do a 1 frame perpendicular tap. Once you get Link on the right pixel, he will turn around and you can walk through the screen. My co-commentator's first split is called scroll failing because that's how a lot of runs end for him.
You had to go there. It's alright, but yeah, it's once you get the trick down, it's you'll get it pretty regularly. But even the top runners, still make mistakes on it. It's a hard trick to do fast.
Gary and Old Wolf asking in chat: is it the top 2 are against each other, and bottom 2 are left and right 2? Yes, it is. The top 4. Steven and DanH are racing each other. SuperSonic and AngryLarry are racing each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Steven did get his rupee drop, so he's in excellent shape. Can he get the random bomb here? Nope.
No, but he is doing the JSR Heart Rock route, scrolling past the rock heart and coming back and doing it after getting the 30 out of the cave. That does give him a chance for that random drop from the Octorok that Cantaloupe mentioned, because the Octorok spawns right there if you do it in that order, and also trades the easier scroll for the harder scroll because he gets to do on the left side you can sword buffer the screen scroll, and you get about a 12 frame window instead of having to do it frame perfect.
Yeah, to explain the drop table real quick, there's four different types of groups of the enemies. So you have your bomb dropping group, your money dropping group, then like your health, there's health mixed in all, and then one that's primarily health, and then one that doesn't drop a daggone thing. And a good rule of thumb in the overworld, if your enemy's blue, except for the levers and the tektites, you have a bomb chance. In the dungeons, if your enemy's red, you have a really good bomb chance. So, and it's roughly, it's on the global, it's 3 different kills to do it. So, you have roughly a 30% chance.
You see AngryLarry clearing out those Zols in level 3 and getting that key, which Steven did not get, because with Wood Sword, it's just far too slow to get that key. But with White Sword, which does 2 hit points of damage, the Zols die in 1 hit instead of splitting into 2 gels. So it's more practical on this route. Meanwhile, SuperSonic is already through level 3. He manhandled nicely and heading into level 4 with 8 bombs. Always nice to see.
Yeah. Now here's Steven into one of the most important rooms of the game, the room of requirement. We'll see how he handles these dark nuts. You gotta pretty much lead him away from you with the bombs, exactly like he's doing. He's doing real. Oh, he does not want to take any more hits.
Yeah, he did take some damage, and that included a force drop, but he did get a lucky fairy drop and almost refilled his health with the health drops. Those blue dark nuts are in the health dropping group, so they were a little bit nice to him, but he's very proficient with the bombs, clears it out efficiently, grabs the recorder.
Yeah, and that was a really good room, and more importantly, he's got a couple bombs left, so he has a little bit of wiggle room for some different strats, working his way through 5.
And we'll see what he chooses to do. Yeah. You can see SuperSonic and Dan H now both in the NSU room. Even though they are not racing each other, they are keeping pretty close pace with each other as they head into the breakfast room. And AngryLarry finishing off level 3. Let's see how Manhandle treats AngryLarry. Managed to finish off Manhandle with that White Sword. Those extra heart containers give him some margin for error there, and the White Sword with the extra hit points gives him a backup, so he will leave level 3 with 3 bombs, which is what you want, the minimum of what you want to see. As SuperSonic grabs his ladder and heads in to do the ladder clip.
Yeah, the bright side of having the White Sword in level 4 is the breakfast room goes a little quicker because the lights die in 5 hits instead of 9, and you don't have to really use a bomb. And then the second thing is Gleeok will die in a lot less hits as well. So it definitely helps.
See a routing difference there. SuperSonic getting the error key. Dan H not getting the error key. If you can trust your diagonal inputs, the error key is great because it sets up a force bomb. But it is not. But if you can't, it is you don't have to get it on a 2-first route because of that key in level 3 that we mentioned earlier. Now both Dan H and SuperSonic in the Gleeok fight, you see how much faster Gleeok goes down with the White Sword, doing double the hit points.
And now it's Steven's turn to get some money and do some collecting. Whatever.
AngryLarry buying the blue ring and heading into level 4 himself. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So Steven doing the world wrap in a moment. He after level 5 he whistled to level 3. He's grabbing this 100 secret. And Cantaloupe, do you know who came up with the idea of putting this routing into the first quest route?
I think it was some guy named Cantaloupe. He saw the trick in second quest and was bored one day and was messing around and was doing an improvised route and saw it actually saved about 10 to 12 seconds over the regular route.
And it's a neat trick too. So you see Steven skipping from the left side of the map all the way to the right side of the map with that screen scroll into a ladder clip to pick up that coast heart. He'll pick up the heart from the raft location, and then he'll be heading into level 2 as we see AngryLarry finishing off level 4. SuperSonic and Dan H looks like they both did an early shopping route, so they have their meat and arrows already, and they're going to be they'll be doing the world wrap themselves. I believe it was.
Yeah, the thing about this world wrap is you mess up on that screen where Sonic did, it's not bad, but you messed up on the screen below, and you're in the Lost Woods.
Yeah, the Lost Woods. It's a puzzle to solve. The intended route is to go through the screen 4 times in the right direction, so it's quite a time loss if you miss this scroll that you see Sonic doing now.
Yep, and the correct path, if I remember, is northwest, southwest.
That is right.
No.
And he gets stuck in the Lost Woods. He's gonna go back around.
Yeah, he got a really bad Lionel pattern, and that would have been really difficult to get out of. So, but Steven is making his way into level 2, and level 2, will be cake for him. He's got plenty of money; it won't be an issue. Dan, he's going up to get the 100 secret up here on the northwest. No, wait, he's already done that. I'm sorry, he's going to level 5. He just took a different way up.
Yeah, I believe Dan H did the 330 secrets instead of the 100 secret. A couple ways to route a. What I'm guessing he's doing a red candle route. So AngryLarry actually got that error key with Blue Ring and White Sword. The Gliok fight is a whole lot easier than what you saw Steven do earlier.
Yeah, you can just tank every hit. Oh, and Trolldonga made his appearance, but Steven adapted great.
Dan H now on his way into that the recorder room, the room of requirement, the Olive Garden, as we say, because you're there to get the breadstick. He will have the White Sword as a nice backup, but it's still optimal to clear it with bombs. We'll see how he does in there.
That's ironic. I just had a salad with the Olive Garden Italian salad dressing.
Yeah, Arcus87, our newest member of the Sub 30 Club, when he was starting out his grind a few months ago, he came into another runner's chat and said, "Yeah, we started calling the recorder the breadstick today." And I said, "So does that mean that the recorder room is the Olive Garden?" He said, "Oh, that's perfect." So that's how that name came about.
Hey, it works. I love his terminology. But we got a couple things going on here. AngryLarry used his last bomb trying to farm one on the way to 1. So he's going to go up here and buy some.
Yeah. That will cause some issues for him because there are a few ways to route the money on a Blue Ring route, but it often does rely on a little bit of farming. So he will get a third 100 secret at some point to pay for that meat and arrows, but that'll leave 40 rupees that he'll need. So we'll see where he gets it.
Now, level 7. The thing about 7 is there's basically 3 rooms you do combat in besides the boss, and the boss is a joke, so we won't even talk about that. But the 3 rooms, very easy to survive, not dying, but very hard to do fast. And you're going to see these arrow strats for these 6 enemies. We'll see how he executes them. And
AngryLarry grabbing that 30 secret, that'll solve that money problem we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Steven doing arrow strats in the Ripper Room.
And And the Dance of the Dig Dogger was successful. Okay, up on Dan's side, he's only got 3 health left, so he needs to be a little careful getting through 5 here.
Yeah. SuperSonic, meanwhile, in the in that recorder room, falling back on his white sword, doing this, well, taking it slow but proficiently clearing them out. Each of these Dark Nuns takes 8 hit points of damage. The white sword does 2, so they take 4 slashes with the white sword, and he clears out the room and gets the recorder himself.
Uh-oh, Steven was a pixel off with that bomb drop. And if he don't get a bomb drop before he leaves this dungeon. Oh, okay, good call. He's going to take out the Gurias here to get this force drop just to take RNG out of the equation. It's a very smart move. Because he would have 0 bombs leaving here going into 6, and if you didn't get that random drop, you're doing the Gliok of Shame and getting an extra key, which is like an extra 30-40 seconds.
Yep.
Okay,
so AngryLarry collected has almost farmed the rubies he needs, despite that detour to buy bombs. He just needs 3 more to complete the run. At last resort, they're in level 5 and has a guaranteed drop if he needs it. But he'll be going up the coast. He grabs a nice bomb drop. See if he can actually afford to grab a potion here if he wants. Let's see what. And he is doing that. You need 12 heart containers to pick up the magic sword, which you'll see Steven and Dan H get pretty soon after they finish level 7. So the route needs to have 12 hearts by the end of level 7. So, but AngryLarry, because of that walk down on the coast to get the Southern Beach heart as well as the coast hearts, he has room to trade one of those heart containers for a potion, which is nice to have.
Now, here's Aquamenus. Hello, Aquamenus. And that 6 hits from the sword, and it's bye-bye, Aquamenus.
Steven playing it very safe with his bombs. It's a little bit faster to bomb and stab, but you know, in a race setting, particularly when he's this far ahead, no need to risk getting into bomb trouble.
It's always funny looking at this Zelda versus like other Zeldas, how big of a joke these bosses are compared to the bosses in the other Zelda games.
Well, I think in level 7, the real boss is the Wall Masters, as we all know. It's all happened to us, and I think, and if you're playing the game casually, exploring level 7 can be quite troublesome. So they gave you a break at the end.
Indeed. Now there's a red candle that Dan got, and the only reason why a candle is needed in this game is to get into level 8, and it helps us get some secrets too. But you know, if there's a way to get in level 8 without the candle. Oh, Steven, he forgot to get the magic sword.
Oh, Steven playing so much low percent, he forgets to even get the magic sword. But yeah, that's just nerves. But yeah, you'll see as Dan H heads into the Wallmaster room, you might notice his bubble spawns will be a little different because of that red candle. When you saw Steven go into that room, all those bubbles spawned in the middle of the reverse C, so he could navigate the outside. For Dan H, they're going to be they started on the top and bottom row, so he'll have to go to a secondary weapon. He's choosing the arrows, so that because the bubbles will take his sword away for a few seconds.
Yeah, arrows is a good strat. As long as you don't draw a stopwatch in that room, you get that stopwatch, you're gonna have a bad time.
Yeah, you need to clear 5 wall masters in order to be able to push that block, so that's one room where the clock very much doesn't help. You have to leave the room and come back to make the wall masters start emerging again, and you don't want to see that in a speed run.
Steven with an amazing beamless belfry. He had no beam sword, and he's cleared that faster than some people do with beams. That was a very beautiful run. Okay, and we have a Triforce kit for Dan, so he's catching up on Steven a bit. You know, Steven just gotta keep pushing forward here, but anything can happen. A death would turn that match right around.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep. And Sonic, he's finally making his way to 7, and Larry is working his way to dig the Dig Dogger to get out of 5. So, you know, there's some variance here, but, you know, nothing's over till it's over.
Yep.
Larry with Trolldongo cooperating.
Yeah, Larry's route has level 7 coming after level 5, so he needs to get bombs for 7 somehow, either before or in. So going after those Dodongos is one strategy, and they cooperate with him, so he is filled up with bombs as he heads towards Dig Dogger. He'll need to use at least one on Dig Dogger probably, but...
And if I've done my math correctly, Larry's got a few extra keys, so I don't think he's going to need to collect another... I don't think he's going to have to get any more keys.
Yeah, Larry got the... Where's that music coming from? Yeah, Larry got the Moldorm's key and the error key, so he probably will skip that breakfast key in the first room of level 9.
Mm-hmm. So we have a Triforce for Steven at about 25-35, I think it was. So we'll judge his lead against Dan once they get to that point. You know, 7 minutes from here is usually about, you know, what I'd say 7.5 minutes for these runners on the end of the game from here.
SuperSonic at the red candle as AngryLarry grabs level 5 Triforce. Steven done with level 6 and heading to level 8 as Dan H makes his way through the first magical breakfast room.
Yeah, Dan doing really well with his combat here. He's doing good. And good Steven did remember the menu. I was a little worried about that. He got a little close to that bush.
Yeah, you don't want to bomb that tree.
Now, Sonic needs to be careful here. He's got 1 heart.
Yeah, one heart in green tunic. A little bit, getting a little bit dangerous. Oh, he takes a death to the Dig Dogger. That's unfortunate.
Excuse me. But yes, yep, a little bit of a death there, but you know, he still has, you know, some room to work with over Larry, but
this will give Larry a little bit of a chance to catch up. We'll see if he takes it.
Steven is making his way through 8 pretty nicely health-wise. And of course, as I say that, he got bodied a couple times, but
yes.
Yeah. Darknuts still 2 health, but they'll drop hearts of fairies, so thankfully these will be the last mandatory Darknuts he has to kill. Okay, he's got 4 hearts going into Gleeok in a couple rooms, so he cannot take more than, you know, he takes 4 hits, he's done.
Yeah. I think for a lot of runners this would be pretty scary. I think for Steven, he'll probably be okay.
Yeah, I got faith in him. He's been playing really well this run. I mean, he's racing aggressive, but then doing race strats when he has to. Like, he didn't get a single heart from the Pulse Voices. And another death for Sonic. We have a race.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, AngryLarry suddenly catching up, and you can see Sonic rushing in. He's not leaving to visit the ferry either. He's just rushing in with 3 hearts, and those with green tunic, those boomerangs can chip away at you pretty fast. I think level 7 is a place where the difference when you drop that blue ring and go to green tunic, it makes a big difference because all of a sudden those trivial little boomerang hits add up fast.
Well, if he were to leave 7, the first river room would be filled again with gorillas and keys, but the bubbles count as an enemy flag, so right. As long as he don't leave the dungeon, he won't ever have to clear that room again.
That's true. He's back through the map room with 2 hearts.
And Steven, don't know if he's watching Dan or not, but he's going to go get this backup potion.
Yeah.
Okay, Sonic is finally leaving level 7. He's going to go to the fairy fountain. Yep.
Angry Larry not stopping for the red candle because he, of course, has the blue candle. And,
Yep, so hopefully Sonic can get through here, and Larry going with the bottom bomb strat on Dig Dogger. It's a tougher to hit 2 bombs from the bottom. Let's see how he does.
he lost one of them. Let's see, does he know to leave the room? Oh, no, well, he doesn't have to. He swords down that last Dig Dogger puppy with his sword and makes his way into the Wallmaster room. And since he didn't get the red candle, you will see that those... Oh, I guess he must have done something I missed, because the puppy is getting unfinally spawns from those bubbles. But he leaves and comes back to get a better spawn. Interesting. I'm not sure if he did that on purpose or if he just got sucked into the bomb hole. But
yeah, it looked like he got sucked back in.
No.
Now, one interesting thing talking about the bomb holes, if you're too close to them and you remotely even push towards it, it will literally suction you in through it. It's quite frustrating, especially to newer runners of this game. It's tough to get used to. Yeah. Steven keeping beam sword in 9. He's got 5 bombs. I don't know if he's going to force one, or he doesn't actually need a bomb to complete this. He's got enough bombs, however, for safety. Oh, wow. Nice Patra skip.
Yeah, perfect skip on Patra 1 as he heads into the next room.
Mm-hmm.
Dan H whistling to level 1 to make his way to level 5.
Mm-hmm.
See if Dan H grabs that safety potion on the way to 9.
Now, earlier you were talking about the Dig Dogger in 7. You know, if you leave the room after killing one of the heads after it breaks apart, the whole thing disappears. Interesting fact on the prototype, that worked the same with Patras. If you killed one eye and left the room, the whole thing would be gone.
Boy, would that be a lot easier.
Yeah. It would. I would love for that to happen. But unfortunately it doesn't. So, yeah, it's just the way the cookie crumbles. Okay, so we got Larry. He picked up his magical sword, heading towards level 6. Steven gets in the staircase. Dan is on his way into 9 with I would say Steven's got a good 2.5 minute lead on him. Ooh, he took a beam. Let's see. Now this room, the reverse C, probably the hardest room late game.
Yeah.
He's getting bubbled. Bubbles deal no damage, but no sword. Well done, sir.
And Steven is through reverse C. Dan H just entering level 9. Meanwhile, Angry Larry making his way through Magical Breakfast Room 1.
Yep, and he's doing pretty well with it. No major hang-ups. Nice and smooth. Sonic clear 7.
SuperSonic finally through level 7, and so he'll be heading into level 6, hopefully after grabbing the magic sword.
Yep, Steven did miss the reverse clip. Oh boy.
Ooh. Ooh, he's down to 1 heart. He does have a potion, so.
Yep, good time to use it.
Yep.
Well played. Yeah, now, okay, Patra being a jerk to Dan. Gets him a couple times. Now, Sonic's making his way to the magical sword as we see Larry. What's he doing in 6?
It looks like he's going to get the wand. I'm not sure. This is what happens when rando players start playing vanilla. They do these odd things like bring the wand into any percent runs. We'll see what he does with that.
Yeah, that's interesting. I was like, that's a room I don't recognize.
Well, I believe you were going to... You were running 100% for a while. I don't know if you're planning on getting back to that, but Even but even in 100%, you don't go this way. You come up the in the other direction.
Yeah, I don't know if he made a miscue or went the wrong way or whatnot.
Well, I don't know. It looked like he wanted that wand, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess he saves a key going around that way, but as opposed to the way on the 100% route. But we'll see. We'll see if he puts that wand to use later in this run.
Okay. Well,
but it does a detour that gives SuperSonic some time to catch up. SuperSonic now in Magical Breakfast Room 2 as AngryLarry enters Magical Breakfast Room. And SuperSonic in Magical Breakfast Room 1 as AngryLarry enters Magical Breakfast Room 2. Steven making quick work of Ganon. Get your GGs out in chat for 4i. Steven finishing in first place with an official SRL time of 35:13.
Yeah, well done for him. His low percent of Ganon has really paid off in his any percent runs. He doesn't struggle with him at all.
Yeah.
Yep. So yep. GG for him.
Dan H making his way to the Silver Arrows. He got through Reverse C nicely. So
he's about 2 minutes behind.
AngryLarry heading to Goma as SuperSonic makes his way into Magical Breakfast Room 2. He's getting a little bit of a precarious situation here. He's down to 1 heart, although he did clear the Wizardrobes out. But
yeah, and he doesn't want to get hugged by a like. Okay, he should be okay. There's only 3 Vires and some Wizardrobes to dodge, but
1 heart, you can't count on anything.
He's trying to get another heart here.
Yeah, the Zols do not give him a heart, so he's just gonna. Oh. The legs can't drop anything. I'm not sure if he knows that. And
no. Okay. I just hope he goes straight to Goma. Please don't try to kill nothing in here.
Yeah.
He's not out of the woods yet. Okay, good.
All right, SuperSonic through level 6 as AngryLarry using wand strats in level 8, like a rando player.
He's doing this. Looks like he's trying to do the A and B thing where you can use a sword and wand at the same time.
Yeah, I guess that adds up to like 6 hit points at once or something.
It'll take him down in 1 hit.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Dan H playing a real Zelda over here as he finishes off Patrick 3 the normal way with the magical sword and heads into his Ganon fight
with the boomerang equipped.
Yeah. Don't think that'll help, but
Ooh!
Oh! Dan H getting up close and personal with Ganon and taking a Ganon hug, and he will take a death there. That's a costly death. Let's see if he's running right back in with 3 hearts. Let's see how he does. The next room will respawn. The trap room will not.
Okay, now where's Sonic going here?
Good question. He just finished level 6. You would think he'd be heading to level 8, but he may be stopping for a potion before level 8.
Yes, good call. That's what he's doing. He's I don't think he knows about the. No, did he already get the one at the coast earlier for a heart?
I am not sure. You mean the southern coast? No, he never went there. So, he could get that after level 8 if he needs it.
So hopefully he recorders to 2.
I know, like many players new to the game, I know SuperSonic finds the recorder a bit baffling, so he may actually choose to walk, but we'll see.
I think he was about to go to 9 and realize he hadn't done 8 yet.
Oh, that's possible too. We saw a race earlier today where one runner went all the way into the entrance of level 9 before realizing he hadn't done 8. It can get confusing under pressure. AngryLarry on his way to level 8 now. Or on his way to level 9 now, rather. And Dan H. Ooh, he takes the screw you beam. that Wizrobe very rarely beams you in the face, but then once in a while it happens. So
yeah, it's based on the frame you enter the room, and there's a few frames to where he's just like, yeah, I'm gonna hit you.
Yeah. So Dan H potions after that beam, and he's out of bombs. He does have all his bomb hole doors open, so he doesn't strictly need this, but he's taking the drop from Patra 1 anyway as he heads into the next room.
Yep, and this will be the only Wizra room he has to clear. The other one has traps, which counts as enemies, so there won't be any, anything in there for him to do.
And he already has his silver arrow, so he doesn't need to go back into reverse C. He can just, it's really just this room and Ganon are left.
Mm-hmm. But Ganon will not spawn at the top now. He will probably spawn either in the middle or in the right side, which are, if you're not familiar with them, they're very difficult spawns.
AngryLarry now making his way into the next room as Sonic clears out Blue Lagoon 1.
Got a couple good hits there. Another one there. Okay, he gets through that room. And now there's a fairy. He gets the fairy. Larry's in good shape health-wise, but Sonic needs to probably potion up here.
Yeah, this is a popular room to potion in, at least on my stream.
Because of death here, he's having to go back all through this with full health, both rooms. Okay, gets another heart. 3 hearts is a little more comforting.
Yeah. We'll see if he chooses to potion before Gliok or not, or possibly during the fight. But gets a bomb drop, so he's filled up on bombs. That's nice to see. Is AngryLarry now in reverse C?
And Larry has a good, decent C. It's not bad.
Dan H. Heading back into Ganon.
Okay, Sonic does potion. Smart move. Oh no, Ganon's doing that thing where he doesn't want to be hit.
Oh, Dan H taking another death to Ganon, and unfortunately he has forfeited from the race. He says in the IRC chat, F this, Ganon got me twice. So,
yeah, let's see if we can get Steven in here. Talk to him a bit while Larry and Sonic finish up. And talk to Dan, too, if he wants to come in for a minute.
Yeah, sounds like Steven.
On this, sorry.
Yeah, we got Steven in the interview booth, in the commentator's booth with us. GG, sir.
Thanks, man.
I noticed you forgot the magical sword was required for level 6. Have you done low percent so much that you just forget to get it sometimes?
Yeah, something like that. Who needs a magic sword?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I needed it.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, what's he? Oh, he's going back for it. And but losing that health and then still getting. You had a really good Belfry not being able to use your beam sword, and you played extremely well for which for the race that you did. So and you won. So you're going to be 2-0.
I'm a little worried about my time going into the next round, but we'll see what happens.
AngryLarry now at Patra 3, doing these wand and sword rando strats as he clears out that room.
He murdered Patra. That was epic. Yeah.
Dan H saying in the IRC he doesn't have a microphone, so just say I liked my level 6 and level 7, and level 8 was bad, and Lord Banana.
Okay, well, it has been said. Okay.
Again.
And let's see if he's chasing him down. There he goes. We got bacon.
AngryLarry finishing off Ganon. So get your GGs out in chat for AngryLarry. Finishing his race, winning his race with an official SRL time of 44:40.
Yep, well done there. He'll go to 1-1. And Sonic, I don't think he knows he doesn't need that key.
Yeah, yeah, he just got an extra key, but better too many keys than too few, I suppose.
Exactly. Another fun thing that they added in this versus a prototype in the Wizard Room, where you can get the Screw You beam, you could bomb up right there and go straight into the first Wizard Room from the next room. But they took that out.
You do love talking about that prototype, don't you, Cantaloupe?
I always love to point out differences on what they added.
Looks like we do have AngryLarry in the Hitter's booth with us. Larry, can you hear us?
Yeah, let me know if I need to turn off the audio because of an echo.
No, you sound good. So, wand strats, huh?
Yeah, if you say something, you should back it up, and that's why I did double back in 6, because everything was going wrong for me anyway, from missing 2 bombs on 10 counts to stabbing a guy on a 10 count to whatever. I'm like, you know what? Now is the best time to get the wand and start using it on Patras. And I didn't use it too well in 8 as much as I wanted to, but I think I did well on the Patras.
So that was an on-the-fly decision while you were in level 6. You just thought it would be better to have the wand, or is that part of your normal route when you run this category?
First time I grabbed it, but I did plan on getting it, except I wasn't going to because it's a race. I'm like, you know what, maybe I shouldn't. And then everything was going wrong. I'm like, you know what, let me just go get it.
Yeah, but it worked out on the Patra. You pulled out some really nice Patra stuff, with the wand and sword combo.
Yeah, my Patra skills actually got me a JSR follow way back in the day. He was impressed I one-cycled the Patra, and I haven't done it since. But you know what? Best time to do it, I guess.
Indeed.
Hey,
How are
Larry.
you guys doing tonight?
Yeah, we're pointing out in chat that if that Dan H does have the option of unforfeiting if he does end up finishing this level 9. We'll see if he does that.
Larry, I got done just in time to see your next room. It was beautiful.
Oh, thank you. How'd you guys like the MacGyver music?
Oh, we couldn't hear it. At least I couldn't hear it on my end. I haven't.
I
Oh, and
apologize.
Sonic played us a song. He was on the recorder. He played the Wallace song. He's bombing the wrong way.
Ooh, Sonic getting confused about which drum he's in. I think he's getting a little ahead of himself as he heads into reverse C.
There he goes.
Yeah, good bomb there. Oh,
No, Sonic taking a death in reverse C.
Yeah, I'll probably have to play him at some point in the Mario tournament, so he'll be like, yeah, it's my turn to get revenge on Zelda, brothers. Yep, so Dan is getting his salty run back to Ganon, and he is almost there. So hopefully he does dot and forfeit, because it will definitely help out the averages.
Yeah.
But now GG to
Sonic taking a death to a Land Mola, and unfortunately SuperSonic also choosing to forfeit from the race. So,
well, let's see if let's root Dan on here. Tell Sonic he can come on in if he wants. See, I don't know what the max amount of people is.
I don't think there is a max amount.
Oh, oh no! Come on! Don't do this to Dan again.
It's 6. I'll hop on out, guys. Thanks for the commentary restream, and Steven, good game for you.
Hey, good game, Larry. Good job, man.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Oh man!
Oh damn! Yep, there's the quickest reset you'll ever see.
Man, yeah, Ganon not being nice to Dan H tonight. Well, congratulations to 4i Steven and AngryLarry on their victory. we'll ask SuperSonic if he wants to kind of. Oh, he's. Oh, are you in here? Oh, I think we need to pull Sonic in.
Okay.
SuperSonic, can you hear us?
Yep, can you hear me?
Yes. Great.
Hey, what's up? What's up, man?
Hey, how's it going?
So, some issues with this run, but
yeah. Well, I'm still having issues understanding the recorder. Like, I tried a few times to warp to, like, I think out of level 6, I tried to go to, I think it was level, I forget what it was, but I had some confusion, so I just decided to walk the route for a while.
Yeah, I was wondering at first, because after you got that potion, it looked like you was walking up to level 9. I was like, did he forget about 8?
I actually did forget about 8, to be honest.
Well, you did better this round than you did last round, so you're improving at least. So that's good to say.
Yeah, thankfully I had better luck with bomb drops this time, and especially I had a double bomb drop in level 2, I believe, like right before the Dongo fight. And level 5 was still pretty scary, but I still managed to get through the Blue Lagoon room. Or wait, that's from level 8. Never mind. I get my rooms mixed up sometimes. But level 8 was pretty scary because I had to fight against those blue dark nuts again, and I'm still trying to learn the combat as well. Thankfully, I did potion against Gliog, which I was trying to hold off on it, but then I realized I was only down to 1 heart, so might as well just go for it then.
Yeah, it's definitely a smart play there, but you for as little as you've been at this one, to even enter the tournament, it shows a lot of gusto, man, and you're not playing bad. Like I said, it's a tough speed game.
It is very tough. I mean, I tried to learn as much as possible, like looking through guides, looking through tutorials and stuff, and I thought I had level 2 down pretty well, but I guess I should have gone for the blue ring first, but I don't know, I got a little too angsty and wanted to keep on going without, trying to hoard for money and all that.
Yeah. What I recommend is you don't want to use the blue ring too much in practice because it can cause some bad habits. But in a race, if you practice in green tunic and race in blue ring, you will often have good results. So you might think about that for next round. Or maybe you'll just improve and be finishing green tunic runs. We'll see how you do, and I'll look forward to watching it. And we can look forward to tomorrow. We have more matches. All weekend there will be more matches in this Zelda 1 tournament. We got on AngryLarry's channel starting tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern, Panolf and RKCTKC. And at noon on Speed Gaming 3, King Dell versus Cake Sauce. That should be a good one. It's both very good